The title of this track is Sundown Shadows, and the album, coincidentally enough, is also called Sundown Shadows.
The song is an epic rock roller coaster that gives everyone in the band an opportunity to show their talents and still bringing you back with the hooks.
It's a song with a story. It's an up-tempo rock jam with a Latin vibe to it. It represents our culture here in San Antonio.
Carlos Santana style, very San Antonio. I like to call it Santana Antonio.
Actually, through my family, I met a gentleman who was going to start a museum in Market Square area of San Antonio, and he told me that he was going to get Carlos Santana to play a song representing the museum, and he wanted me to write a song for the museum. So, of course, that day I went home and I wrote like a maniac, and you know, the museum thing didn't happen. He went back to Mexico and did not do that project anymore, but we got the song out of it, so it was worth it.
I was actually out of town when the song was written. I came back and Jolly was playing that crazy guitar riff. I'm not gonna do it. He was playing that, and from there I just kind of listened to the bass line and just started playing all the different Latin grooves that I knew until one stuck.
I guess the inspiration for the lyrics from this song came between a personal struggle or moral battle between good and evil that I've always, have been interested in and felt.
The song Sundown Shadows is about escaping that 9-to-5 and going and finding your calling in life and being everything that you want to be.
Before we started the initial riffs, they said come up with a big intro, and I was like, okay, what do I do? So I just had a note, and then I went from there. I went up and went down and all around and landed into the song.
When I listen back to Sundown Shadows, I really got to love and appreciate what Richard did on that chorus. His loud octaves makes it so hooky, and yeah, I'm so grateful that he came up with that.
Watching Richard play the intro, and he has another part right after the drum solo, a little run or roll or something that he does. It's just amazing.
And my favorite moment would have to be the jam that happens right after the drum solo. Junie does awesome leading into that, and just being locked tight down with Richard and Junie in that jam little groove, it's awesome. It's a fun feeling, and they nail it all the time.
My favorite moment of the song Sundown Shadows is gonna have to be shout out to my man Junie, drum solo. That's the best part of the song for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Washington.
My favorite moment would probably be the harmonies. There's a lot of great things deep inside the song. You just have to take the time to listen and find it.
The most difficult part of this song, I would have to say, was at the studio. I went in with the second verse incomplete, and I had to write it there at Sonic Ranch. Other than that, I would say singing was fun, recording the music part was fun, so just going into it with that line, that one verse not being done, and having to think on the fly.
The most difficult thing about recording was finding the guitar tone that I wanted for the solo, and also executing the solo correctly, but the band was in the room with me and I was able to knock it out fairly quick.
For me, the most difficult part of recording Sundown Shadows was probably the drum solo. Not that it was like hard to play. I think it was just the timing of it and trying to fill it without making it feel forced. It's easy to groove a drum solo when you're playing without a met, but when you're actually trying to play a drum solo to a met, I mean, you can do it, but kind of loses feel. So that was probably the hardest part.
The most difficult part of recording the song was all the time that I got to sit around and wait after recording the music. That was pretty difficult.
It'd probably be the run that I do after Junie's drum solo. It had to be really in time, and it was a chromatic run, so you sound like a little turkey, but you know, it had to be perfect in time, and that was the trickiest part for me.
Music in 3, 2, 1, go.
What I wanted to get out of the video, once we were told what we were going to do with the video, we were bringing in a lot of other different styles of art, including dance, fire breathing, acting, and it was really cool to have other artists, you know, contribute to this project.
I guess our aim for the music video was to present something that was going to be visually appealing to everyone. And although the storyline that we chose for the music video might not necessarily have anything to do with what the song is about, it definitely leaves open interpretation for the listener and the viewer to really write out any kind of story they want, because that's really all we could ask for, is that they just, you know, take the song and interpret it their own way and let it mean to them whatever it means to them.
As far as quality, I mean, I wanted it to be visually like one of the best, or the best on the market.
We brought in this awesome director. He is amazing. Freddie Munoz, good friend of ours.
He worked hard from day one. We literally talked about doing this video 6 months ago, and every week, every day, we were hearing from him with new ideas, better ideas.
They brought me in to direct, and when I heard the song, immediately I thought like elegant, and it just sounded very cinematic. What I wanted this to be was sort of like a masquerade ball for the rich and elite. And I wanted the band to be kind of like a captive house band, to where they're kept behind locked doors against their will.
The vision and the theme of the video was to show how sophisticated the music actually is, with an amazing dance routine, with fire breathing, acting, and showing what we were playing, and it really makes you listen to the song while you watch it.
Leading up to the shoot, we did a ton of planning. We had a bunch of meetings and sat down and pretty much just discussed concept and tried to figure out exactly which direction we wanted to go.
We started from storyboard to meeting with actors and actresses to meeting with dancers, them showing us the dance routine they were going to do.
The dance crew that we used was from San Antonio, Texas. They're a Latin salsa group, and they were actually featured on America's Got Talent.
What's the name of your group?
Semenea.
What does semenea mean?
Semenea, it's Spanish for move, like you menea.
They came in, knocked it out, and I think they did amazing.
For me, it was a little bit more difficult than expected because I had reconstructive knee surgery like a month before it.
Jolly talked back to his mom. Mama wasn't having it.
You know, the guys know me for skateboarding a lot, and, you know, I never get hurt, whatever, but it happened one day, and it happens, you know, the devil wanted his dues. Trying to do a nollie 360, it was a trick I've literally done a lot, maybe not a billion times, but I've done it a lot. And just legs stayed put, and my knee turned 90 degrees the other way, and it sounded like jeans just ripped.
He decided to tear his ACL, his MCL, and his meniscus all at the same time, the terrible triad.
And we had to delay the shoot about a month and a half before me, but the guys were nice enough to not to strangle me right when they heard that. They bared with me, and through getting surgery and being all fixed up, I had to, you know, I couldn't walk for the first week, knowing that 3 weeks from then I need to be up on stage looking good for this music video, and I just really worked hard on all the exercises they gave me, and it was still really hard to stand up there and play. Like whenever we were done shooting, like at that second I would sit down and rest, but hopefully you don't see that through the camera.
We had walked into the Aztec Lounge, and the first thing we said was, man, wouldn't it be awesome to shoot a music video here?
So you have to walk a little more like down. Like you're singing the intro. Kind of like.
Yeah, think the intro.
Yeah.
On set is a different feeling, you know. I'm just used to playing guitar and singing. I'm not really used to having cameras pointed at me. You don't even really care about it, but I guess it goes hand in hand.
Here are the divas getting ready.
Lots of lights, lots of heat, but overall, lots of fun hanging out with my friends and, you know, being there with all the extras and seeing it all happen from start to finish was the best part about being on set.
Seeing all the extras was Awesome. Just the first time that we had all the extras out there dancing along with the fire breathers and the dancers, it was a lot to take in.
Actually, my favorite part of the music video was watching the professional dancers and the fire breathers. Like, that definitely brought something different to the table.
And that dude didn't have his correct liquid for fire breathing. I don't know what it is, but he just got some lighter fluid from a grocery store and went to town. I'm glad he's okay, and I hope he likes how it looks, because it does look amazing.
My favorite part of the music video was definitely our amazing actors and actresses. They rehearsed and they had everything planned out and showed up and did an amazing job.
We had a narrative where our actors, Joseph Rene Herrera, Brittany Dunk, Valerie Garza, Dane Birkenshire, and Roger Vidal, all professionals. They came in, they did their parts, and they made it look amazing.
I really love the scene of us walking onto the stage. It really felt like right after we shot that, we took a look at it and we're like, ooh, like that's a memorable moment for us. The fog coming up and me grabbing the guitar.
I would say it was pretty stress-free thanks to our director, who had an amazing itinerary. Everything flowed as well as it could have flowed.
We had a lot going on.
So the planning had to be extremely meticulous, and I brought in a well-known director of photography. His name's Philip Roy, and his partner Zach Humphreys, who are amazing to work with. These guys are just workhorses. By the time they're finished striking one area, they're already up pictures up on the next set. So there wasn't a lot of downtime between shots.
We had to do it all in one day, and of course, right when I wake up at the crack of dawn, 6 o'clock, it is pouring rain. I mean,
We woke up in the morning and we're like, this is not happening. The weather was horrible.
we got there, we got the stage up.
We all pulled through, we had a lot of help, and we did it, we made it.
It was an awesome day all the way around. It was just fun.
My final message to the people of the world is that this is not our final message, and there are many more to come.
My final message to the world is pianists do exist, and they can be applied to rock bands.
The final message is Tera Ferna is trying to bring back real music, real musicians playing parts that they wrote, and I hope you hear and see that, along with how hard we worked, and you will see how hard those dancers worked, how hard Freddie worked. What I want people to see in that is music's coming back, do what you want to do in life, and enjoy the video.
You should sit back, take it all in, and let the music make love to your eardrums.
The message that we want to put out there is that Tera Ferna is here. We are ready to show and share this music with the world, and that's what we are all about, so get ready.
Hold on to your butts, because I mean, this is just one of many that's gonna come from us. This is our first huge production video, but we have a lot more in store, and it's gonna be a hell of a ride, so I hope you enjoy the video.
Thank you.